bèo dạt mây trôi chốn xa xôi, anh ơi em vẫn đợi bèo dạt. Quynh, what are you singing? You have to sing like this. Bèo dạt mây trôi chốn xa xôi, anh ơi em vẫn đợi bèo dạt. This song and other traditional Vietnamese songs grew up with me, and every time I listen to that song, it gives me a ticket to travel back in time, back to my childhood. The lullaby that moms always sing so you can fall asleep. And do you remember the time when you tried to sing Vietnamese traditional song in front of the whole class with all of your heart, and then after that a teacher criticized you of how this is not the correct way of singing Vietnamese traditional songs? Well, I surely can relate to that problem. Traditional Vietnamese music genres such as Tiao or Quan Họ were created by different parts in Vietnam. Therefore, it is a part of Vietnam history and culture development. And since it was created by diverse ethnic groups, it highlights and reflects the characteristic of the people, the customs, and geography of Vietnam as a whole. However, as a daughter of Vietnam, it is very sad for me to witness the fact that this kind of custom is dying slowly and slowly. Why? Because that right now the youngsters this kind of custom are not commonly practiced among the youngsters anymore. Why? Because these type of music genres were created to serve the needs of the previous generation. So us youngsters cannot understand or feel or connect with these genres or the lyrics that the traditional Vietnamese music offer. But there are a lot of Vietnamese singers and actors, musicians, or even rappers that are trying to change the status quo. For example, the singer Hoàng Thùy Linh with the work on Tu Phu. But instead of receiving encouragement from the public or the older generation, all of the artists work on remixing the traditional music type with the modern music type to be more closer to the youngsters, will criticized by the public and especially the older generations. Without their talents of remixing the traditional music types with the modern music types, we as youngsters are losing the customs that we're trying to preserve, practice, and prolonging generation through generation. However, I think it's not too late to change. Firstly, I think that the young generation should create more exciting music, which is a remix between a traditional type music, for example, like Tiao or Quan Họ, with modern type of music, for example, like EDM or pop, so it will be more closer to us young generations. A very excellent example of this is Lạc Trôi by the singer Sơn Tùng MTT. I'm very sure that you all know that singer. Or Để Mị Nói Cho Bà Nghe by the singer Hoàng Thùy Linh. And all these new music, these remix music, can help us youngsters to bring the culture that we once feel very far and very distant away come closer to us. Secondly, for the older generation, for the previous generation, I really hope that the previous generation needs to be more open-minded in terms of accepting our remixed version of the traditional music genres with the modern music genre. Thirdly, and most importantly, is the government. The government should invest and celebrate when there is a change in terms of remixing culture. On the final note, I believe that youngsters, older generation, and the government should take part in terms of preserving, prolonging, and protect this type of customs. I want you, alongside with me, to change the music genres from belong to the past to the Vietnam as a whole. Thank you.